That is, you make it so obvious. Like, it's so obvious that Ethan and Natalie are going on RVP. It's so obvious, right? They're not the same person that they saw, that was seen, 3 months ago. They're a different breed of a person. Brian Martinez, same thing, different breed, right? So you gotta understand that you have to be a different person if you're going after a different chapter in your life, right? And so look, very simple. In order to go to RVP, you have to understand. Man, why is this thing taking so long? Perfect. This isn't something that we don't know what to do and how to get there. These are all the RVPs right now in our business. Come on, there you go. Right? These are all the RVPs right now in our business today. These are all the people that we've poured into that went to RVP, whether it be us directly or one of our RVPs poured into another RVP. And you guys can see that it's not just 1 or 2 people in the same area, right? We have people there. We have a scientist that's an RVP now, right? Like this dude was a biochemistry rocket scientist, right? Frank Reeves. He is now a regional vice president, did over $1 million in investments this month, right? We have people in the military. We have, people who are students. We have people who are designers. We have people who are athletes. We have people who are single mothers. We have people who are laundry delivery drivers, right? Laundry delivery drivers now making over $100,000 a year, right? So it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. That's why I love this business so much, man, because it doesn't neglect the people who just have a natural tendency to grind towards the goal. Make sense? Right? That doesn't get you fired up all along. I mean, listen, who else, like Jason did a training the other day, he said, man, who else is going to teach you how to make 15 to 20 to 40? Right now we're at $54,000 for the month, right? And it's not even in the middle of the month. Who else is going to teach you on how to get there? Well, first of all, let me put it this way. Do y'all know anybody else other than us that are making $50,000 and it's only, what days of the month? The 10th of the month. Y'all know anybody like that?
He said $50,000 they've made by the 10th of the month.
Packed out with people, right? Packed out with people. Even if it's just half of that. Somebody teaches me when I first started how to make $20,000, I wasn't missing anything. So I kudos to everyone in this room, right? I wasn't missing anything. If Jason was talking or Eddie Vaughn was talking, I was not missing it no matter what. I don't care.
Eric Ortiz, that's the
night
speaker.
with the boys at the bar, basketball game. I don't care. I'm showing up because they say something that may change my life forever. They said many things that change my life forever, right? And so attendance is everything. So you guys can see here, listen, you all know who this is, right? Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest of all time. Now, some of our youngsters are going to say Kobe, and then we're going to run a debate that's going to be useless, right? But in his peak, this guy was a beast, right? Because he was goal-driven. When you have goals, and you're driven by those goals, your body elevates itself. Your mind elevates itself, right? But the minute that you stop having goals, and you're not going after something, your body relaxes. Right? This is still the greatest of all time, but you can see he's not in the same athletic shape that he was when he was going after his goals of championships, right? So I say that to say this, if you don't have your goals in front of you on a daily basis, your mind is going to turn into that. Lackadaisical, chilled, I'm good, I'm going to sleep in, I'm not going to study, I'm going to get argumentative with my coach, I'm going to debate with my coach, right? That's what happens when you don't have clear, concise mental goals that you see every single day. If I walk into your house right now, it has to be like goals. In your bathroom, your goals should be. In your wallet or in your phone, the background should be your goals, right? In your car, when you're driving, where the next to where the speed mark, you should have your goals right there too. You should be seeing your goals every moment of every day. The reason why people hit their goals is because they see it every moment of every day. The reason why people don't hit their goals is why? They don't see it every day and every moment of the day, right? So that right there, I'm telling you guys, you gotta be nuts. People have to walk into your house. You know you're on track, but people walk into your house and they start making fun of you for having your goals everywhere. That's when you're on track, right? on your mirror, I'm telling you, guys should have, because every day you go into your bathroom. Don't lie. Every day you go into your bathroom. And on your mirror, you should have your goals written out, right? You should be where you're heading, where you're going, and have those goals pull you to hit them, all right? So look, this is what you got to do. Goals, you got to have a monthly goal breakdown. 83, listen to this, man. Listen, I'm telling you guys, 83% of people don't set goals. I line up 100 people right now. 83 of them aren't have no goals set up. Don't let this be you. All right, let's change that today. 83%. 14 have goals but don't have them written down. The people who do have goals, they don't write them down. Right? 3% write their goals down and achieve 10 times more goals. Because when you hit a goal, you're like, yeah, that wasn't that bad. Let me go a little bit harder. Let me go a little bit harder. Right? Writing goals daily. Listen, your goals should put you to bed and they should wake you up in the morning. Your goals should put you to bed and wake you up in the morning. Just try it. Try it for the next 90 days. Where every night before you go to bed, write out your goals. On a sheet of paper, in a journal, whatever the case may be, on your calendar, just write them out. And then when you wake up in the morning, do your prayers, right? Do your thing. But before you look on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, write out your goals again. And let that be the key to starting your day. Good? Right? You got to see them everywhere. Car, bathroom, office, wallpaper, etc. They have to be everywhere. Right? Where when you close your eyes, you know exactly line by line what you want to achieve in your goals. And this doesn't have to be just financial goals, right? I'm going to go to RVP. This could be fitness goals, this could be finance goals, this could be family goals, this could be faith goals, this could be freedom goals. Wow, Brian, that was a good one. Right in my face, too. You're the guy, bro. My mouth went up high, bro. You good? You want some coffee? You good? All right, look. And look, you got to have 6, 12, 24-month goals. Right? An action plan to achieve it. But now that comes in and says, I want to go RVP, my next question is, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? What's your plan? How are you going to do it? The best language or the best conversation you can have with your upline is, Coach, I want to go RVP on this day. What's my game plan? Let's game plan together. Renee and they will love that. Jason and I will love that. Tony and Roxanne would love that. Right? All the RVPs will love that conversation because that tells me that you're heading somewhere. Right? And I would much rather work with somebody heading somewhere than somebody who's stagnant, doesn't want to go anywhere. We all agree. Right? Like if somebody came up to you and said, Ethan, I'm gonna go, man, listen, you're an RVP already, right? If somebody comes up to you and says, Coach, I'm gonna go RVP in 6 months. And then you have somebody else that's just showing up every single day. Who are you gonna spend more time with? Showing up every day and has goals, right? So look, you understand there's 6 steps to become an RVP. 6 simple steps. I want y'all to write these down. I want y'all to tattoo them on your face. Ethan, you can tattoo them on your arm. Right, as well too, or you can type it with. It's 6 simple steps. You gotta understand that we don't work for free, right? We work for freedom, right? You don't work for free, you work for freedom. You don't work, you build. Not how to get by. Know the difference, right? Jobs get you by. This is gonna be something that's going on. All right, like that, bro. Thank you. Right? Yeah, you came back. You redeemed yourself. The first thing is you got to work on attendance. Attendance. There's 2 ways to build this business, right? To become financially independent. You got AUMs, right? And you got right? The first AUM is assets under management, right? That's people saving money, right? If you have a whole bunch of clients that are saving money on a monthly basis, you're getting paid what you call passive income every single month, whether you wake up or not, whether you work or not, that money's still coming into your account. Who here wants that? Right? Who here wants that? Right? I mean, it was crazy. Last month, passive income, 70 to 60,000? 60,000 passive income. Whether we want it or not, we still have passive income coming in because of all of our clients.
Flagging, sorry.
Right? And the second thing is agents under management. Agents under management. If you have assets under management and agents under management, you're going to reach financial independence. But the only way you can do that is by making sure you track attendance. Tracking attendance. You never miss a meeting. Again, man, I'm so fired up to be talking to you guys today because you guys are here. You guys are in the room. You guys showed up, and I'm so proud of everyone on Zoom as well too. Right? But when you show up to an actual meeting, you plug into a meeting, you don't miss out. You don't miss out on the little things, right? Next thing is, man, you gotta get up, you gotta get ready to learn, you gotta get showered, right? You gotta dress well. Listen, even if you're on Zoom, right, and you're in your pajamas and you're at bed and you're listening in, you're not there. You're not in this meeting. You're not present, right? If you're gonna get on Zoom, which is nothing wrong with getting on Zoom, right? We prefer you to be in the room, but if you're gonna get on Zoom, or you better dress right, you better get presentable, right? Because when you dress right, you are dressed right, all right? So you want to make sure that you dress well. Make it a habit to try and learn something each meeting. Every meeting, I don't care if it's somebody who's a rep, I don't care if somebody who's a wholesaler, every time you sit your butt down in this room, you got to learn something. Learn something new. Get a new wrinkle in your brain, right? And get ready to receive. Listen, I'm going to help you guys out. This is how you track your attendance, all right? And if you guys just did this, I promise you, your business is going to take off. Your business already taken off, but if you want to take it off in 90 to 120 days, you got to track attendance. If you're a rep, senior rep, or district leader, Thursday nights, right, or every day you're in the office, you should be having at least 5 to 7 people. Division leader, you should have 18. If you're regional, you should have 16 to 20, right? If you're senior regional or above, you should have 21 and above. RVPs, you should have 25 each minimum, right? 25 each. Y'all got that? Sure. So now you go back and you think about it, you say, all right, I'm a district leader. I'm the only one in the room right now learning, growing, developing. Imagine if you had 5 to 7 other people next to you. Right? Like, Brian, what you're regional. Brian, imagine if you had 16 to 20 people in the room right now with you. Where your business would be. You can do the same thing, right? So Jacob, you're division, Ray, you're division. Now you got 8 to 15 people in the room with you right now, learning this material as well. Listen, it's not about how good you can be; it's how many people you can get them to get as good as they can, right? In the room. Make sense? Sure. Y'all getting this? Yes, sir. Guys, listen. This is sometimes I do trainings, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was taught like this when I first started. Right? We didn't really talk about attendance that much. We just knew we had to bring people. Right?
It's lagging. Sorry.
Alright? Number 2, you gotta get mentally prepared, man. I can stay in mind and make sure you show me you're taking notes and you're learning, right? Self-improvement is key. If I were to describe to you, if you were to describe to me, right, I'll ask Damien, right? Damien just got licensed. You're up for Damien, right? You're up for Damien. What does self-improvement mean? How would you describe this? Going through self-improvement, what does that mean?
Say it's like on your faith, read books, audios, working out, just eat right.
That's good. That's perfect. Let me ask you this. Doom scrolling, is that self-improvement?
Sure.
Checking out other people's Instagram feeds, is that self-improvement? It's not. Those things are the easiest thing to get caught up in. I had to take off Instagram and Facebook from my personal self because I couldn't have myself disciplined. I was doom scrolling too much. I gotta stop this, right? You good?
Yeah,
You're out of practice, right? So you gotta have books and you have audios and you gotta always be learning and always working on your mind, right? And so look, the most important thing is putting into action what you learn. Brian, what's crazy is that in Primerica, you're gonna realize when you go to other people's offices, there are gonna be some people who are struggling in Primerica, but you look behind them, they have like thousands of books lined up. Thousands of books lined up, and you're like, damn, how are you struggling in Primerica? You got all these books open. Is that they read all these books, but they're not putting into action, right? So when you read these books or you listen to an audio, try to put it into action as well too, right? Always have a thirst for knowledge. Always learn. Always asking questions, right? You always want to be doing. What's going to define you is what you're doing when nobody's watching. And when you get home and nobody is watching you, and let's say you have it's MTV Cribs and they're videotaping you at the house, is that video or is that movie worth watching for your team? Right? Or are you just sitting on the couch, flipping through channels, going on Instagram, right? What are you doing at home when nobody's watching is going to define you, man. Right? Late night activity, becoming a student of the I'm so proud of Ethan because last night I texted him, okay, you studying? Are you studying right now? He's like, I just closed an appointment, but from 9 to 11 I'm studying, right? And I'm telling you, if you're looking at going RVP in 90 to 120 days, that 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock time frame is when you're becoming a student, right? Is when you're on POL, you're on Primerica Online watching videos, you're recording yourself doing the presentation, you're learning about investments, right? You're learning about other products, you're listening to success stories as well too, right? And recording yourself doing a presentation. I think that is the best way to learn a presentation, right? You guys probably know how to do the presentation already. But it's like, man, how do I educate somebody on investments? Well, practice. And then send it to your upline, right? That's number 2. Number 3, man, you gotta play up. You gotta know exactly where you are and what you have to do to double promote yourself, right? If you're a district, you should be competing with other districts, right? That makes no sense. You think, the reason why people succeed in our business quickly is because they compete against people who are higher than them. Right? So Ethan and Natalie, Brian, y'all need to be focusing on RVPs, taking them out, which you guys are, right? But that should be your main focus. When you go on the leaderboard and you check out your numbers, you should never ever click on your name, on your ranking. You should always click on the one above, right? On the one above, and always take out that person. Does that make sense? Right? You got to make sure you know how many recruits you got, how many appointments you need to be on, how much premium do I need to have or observe, how many districts I need to have in order to double promote, right? You got to make sure when you're doing this run that you're doing good, long-lasting business. Last thing you want to do is have a business that's built like a cheap tent, right? And when the wind blows, meaning like, hey, listen, Charlie back happens, you lose, somebody quits. If you build your business like a cheap tent, that thing's gone. That thing's gone, right? But if you do it long lasting, do it the right way, you have the right mentorship, you're gonna be fine. Any questions? All right, communication is key, right? With clients as well as with recruits. If somebody's brand new in your business, you should be talking to them daily. You should be talking to them daily. If you have a new client, you should be talking to them as well too. Can I be transparent with you guys? Can I be honest with you guys?
Yes, sir.
When I first started, right, I was so fearful that if I called my client, they were going to cancel the policy. Y'all had that before? So I closed them and I'll never talk to them again until, 5-6 years down the road. That was the most stupid thing I ever did in my life. In this business. And y'all know why? Because if you don't talk to your clients, somebody else is talking to them. And that could be State Farm, that could be Northwest Mutual, that could be all these other companies that are starting to be created, right? So a client doesn't buy our products and services, Brian, they buy you. So they want to hear more of you. And if you do call them and they do try to cancel, then you're there to help out and defend your business, right? But don't do what I did and not call your clients, right? They bought into you, fair enough? Right? And every time I've called a client that gave me a hard time, they've always given me more business. They've always said, hey, listen, my cousin just got married, you need to go talk to him. Hey, I just got extra money, can we go ahead and invest this money? Right? So I'm telling you guys, listen, communication is key, man. build relationships that are long lasting, and your mentality should always be I'm on an appointment or I'm booking an appointment. While you're here in the office, right, while you're in work time, you need to be either on an appointment or booking an appointment. You gotta have that Natalie instinct. I've never ever seen Natalie here just goofing around. Never. Never. I either see her on appointment, booking an appointment, talking to a recruit, or she's taking a little break for lunch. That's it. Am I right? Anybody disagree with me? Exactly. Right? She's always doing so. That's the mentality you guys gotta have. Always on something. And then when you're done for the day, you're done for the day. Right? But if we're gonna go to work, let's go to work. Remember, it's 90 days or 120 days, not forever. Right? Good? 5 to 8 appointments a day. And an appointment is just you having a conversation with somebody. Right? You talking to a recruiter, you talking to a client, you talking to a potential prospect. Right? That's number 3. Number 4, let's go back. What's number 1? What's number 2? All right, tell me a little bit about that. For Jacob. Respond to action. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come and go by attendance, Brian. There we go. What's number 3, Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean? Talk to us about that a little bit.
You're not the their category or your doesn't become the person. So it's coming on.
Oh, we getting better today, man. We getting better. All right, step 4. Step 4. Y'all ready for this? Y'all good? Y'all sleepy still? Y'all good? All right. You gotta get fully licensed. All right, you gotta get fully licensed. Listen, you gotta get your life insurance license and you gotta get your investment license. Every day, this business is a battle. This business is a battle. And if we're just in a fight with one arm behind our back, are we gonna get cold cocked? Are we gonna get hit in the face? Yeah, but imagine you're in a boxing match and you have one hand tied behind your back. Are you gonna get hit in the face? That's the same thing with this business, man. Listen, you gotta have both hands up. You gotta have both hands up and you gotta have a couple of knees ready to go. Right? That's the name of this game, and you gotta have your life insurance license and your investment license. And if you don't have your investment license yet, your upline has their investment license, so don't neglect the investment side of the business, right? And look, it's very simple, man. If America is paying for it, like I always go back to reality, right? If America is paying for it, if America's a publicly traded company, all right? We're publicly traded, we have stock. So that means we're owned by the public. Y'all know that, y'all know the difference between being private and being public, right? So there's shareholders that own our stock. If the shareholders come together and they say, hey, where does a lot of our profits go to? And they say, okay, a lot of our profits go to the life insurance license process, and a lot of our profits go to the securities side of it, the investment side of it, paying for people's licenses, the E4s, all that. It's okay, life insurance, I see that the money's there. The investment side of it, it's not there yet. There's a few people who are taking advantage of that. Instead of doing, let's just put that money elsewhere, and they stop paying for the security license. How pissed off will y'all be? You feel upset, right? They ought to take advantage of it, right? That could happen. Who knows? I doubt it will, but it could. So if America is paying for it, and it's going to add more money into your pocket on a monthly basis, annual basis, why not just go get it? Early morning setting, late night setting. You gotta do what most people won't do so you can have what most people don't have. Right? If it was easy, everybody would be having a securities license. Let's be real. If it was easy, everybody would have a championship ring on their finger. Right? But you gotta do what most won't do, Damien, so you can have what most don't have, which is freedom, financial freedom. Alright? And what a flex it is. Who here is younger than 25 years old? What a flex it is that before 25 years old, you have a license that can pay you 6 figures a month. Who is younger than 20? Let's say in 10 years, right? You're now 30 years old and you're making $250,000 a year. Y'all know anybody who makes $250,000 in your life right now? How? Why not you? Why not you? Why not you? Let me tell you. Edouard, when he first came in, broke as a joke, right? Broke as a joke. He had holes in his khaki pants. He wore Sperry shoes. He had, 19 years old, came in. Now he's pissed off when he makes $30,000 a month, right? He couldn't even pay $30. Brennan at one point, they're like, man, Brennan at first point, they're like, man, I just need to make an extra $200 a month so I can pay my gas. That's all he had to pay. And they already have 30,000 for last month they made 38,000. Bro, what are y'all now telling you? Literally, all you gotta do is for the next 90 days, just take 2 to 3 hours a day and dedicate that to studying. Studying for your license. Right? That's it. Y'all ready? Do you want to teach you how to get a license?
Yes.
Have you seen this before? Okay. Alright, I got you. I'm gonna teach you how to get licensed. Very, very, very simple. How to get security license. Most of us in this room are already licensed. How to get your investment license. Y'all ready to learn this? Yeah. First thing is you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out, man. My way of studying isn't the same way as Ethan's way of studying. Ethan's way of studying is the same as Natalie's way of studying. Whatever works for you, you gotta use it. Alright? What I would do, Robin, is I would find the person who just recently passed their test. And I would just take them out to lunch or take them out to a coffee and be like, dude, what did you do? How did you study? Tell me your process. What did you do? MLA is great. I love her. She's fantastic. Right? But I'd rather talk to somebody who just passed their test and figure out what the heck they did. Or what they shouldn't and what they recommend me not to do. And then what I would do is I'll copy what they did and I'll teach my team on how to pass the test. It's that simple. Don't overcomplicate it, man. Figure out who just passed that Series 6 recently. Copy what they did. Teach somebody on your team how to do that. Y'all gonna do that?
There you go.
Alright. Alright. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, that's number 4. Number 5, man, listen, you gotta take ownership. This is Sir Jacob. Sir Jacob this morning was the 4th person here. It was Jason first, myself second. Gabin was third. Gabin was third. Right, Sir Jacob. It was fourth. He came in. Right. As soon as Sir Jacob came in, right, he started organizing the room. Started pull this table out, clean the table, put the trophy up, get the whole room set. I'm telling you, that's already RVP status. Right? When you treat your office like your home. Right? Because now that took so much pressure off of me, Sir Jacob, that I'm like, now I can focus on giving this training. Right? I can focus on getting, well, I don't have to focus on that. Let me figure out how to do this. Right? When you guys treat your office like your home and you use initiative, cleaning up, taking out the trash, replacing paper, right? Which I know how to tell you guys, right? But if you see something that's out of place, the best thing you can do is put some. How is God going to bless you with more if you can't take care of what He's given you already, right? So you got to make sure that we take. You got to chip in, man. You got to be resourceful. Taking ownership is being resourceful. Now you say, what does that mean? What does being resourceful mean? It is meaning trying to figure out the answer before asking your upline. Y'all know Primerica has a main home office, right? And you know, in that home office, in Atlanta, or in Duluth, Georgia, they have over 40,000 people that work there. 40,000 people that sit behind the desk, and all they do now is they wait for your phone call. And they say, all right, man, boom, Natalie's calling. How can I help you, Natalie? Oh, I need help with this, and that. They're paid to help you out. So I would say, before you go to your upline, call home office. Develop a relationship with them. Figure out what to do. Brendan was notorious for asking me, what do I do? What should I do? And I would always tell him, bro, that's a great question. Even if I knew the answer, my answer to him was, bro, that's a great question. Why don't you call home office? Figure out what to do, and then let me know, teach me, right? That's how you become resourceful. Now he knows more stuff than I do about this business, right? Call home office, learn about Primerica online. The 3 places that y'all need to go to every single day on Primerica Online, not the Primerica app, Primerica Online, is you got to go to Daily Blast. And if you don't know what that is, ask your upline. Daily Blast is basically what tracks your business on every single day. The second thing is you gotta go to competition scoreboard, right? If the next trip is where? Yeah, so we got Colorado in August for the next trip for everybody, right? That competition ended, right? The next, no. You never been to Bahamas? You never went there? Huh? Bahamas is a resort in the Bahamas, right? In fact, we've been there 3 times, right? The first time we went there, bro, let me tell you, it was NBA All-Star Week, right? Did Jason tell you a story? Did Jason tell you a story? NBA All-Star Week. So we had all the NBA players there hanging out, right? And next thing you know, Machine Gun Kelly comes in, right? All these people. Floyd Mayweather comes in. All these people, right? And it's just where celebrities go to hang out. It's the best hotel, best resort in Bahamas. Oh, y'all don't want to go, right? I don't want to go. I do like that. You know, what's crazy is that you don't have to pay for anything. You win this trip, and Prime Minister says, okay, you plan the trip, Brian, who are you taking with you? Who are you taking? Who are you taking? Damon. All right. Well, Damon's going to take himself. Yeah, hell yeah.